welcome to Mike's Custom Garage. Okay, so it's the next day. Today's goal is going to be to get the body off the frame. We're going to start first by loosening the bolt on the steering column, take the brake lines off, then start popping the wires off the cowl area, the firewall, and we'll see how much this stuff gets disconnected, how much of it can stay. We'll get this side done. We'll come over to here. On this side, we got some heater hoses to take off. Some more lines running to who knows where. We'll figure that out as we go. That's the steering column. Now we'll work on the brake lines. So I'm going to basically just leave the lines on the chassis for now. That one's loose. That one's loose. It's got to get a little convincing. Left is that wire going through the firewall. Alright, this is the plug that goes through the firewall. It's got a connector here. Then it's got one going up there somewhere. Not sure where that one goes, but I guess we'll be figuring that out. Alright, we'll get these unplugged and we'll come back. Okay, so the plug coming through the firewall, plugged in one over there. The other one ran up, through, around the back, down the side, and plugged in right here Okay, so we pushed the wires through the hole in the firewall. Next, I'm going to disconnect the slave cylinder for the clutch. Looks like I got a pin here. I should be able to pull that cut all through, and then we'll disconnect it on the outside. Okay, so the slave cylinder is disconnected from the inside. I got a couple bolts right here and here. I should be able to slide this thing out and keep it with the frame. I don't see anything. Well, let's see. Nope, there's nothing on this side connected anymore. And looks like this side is clear. We'll have to lift it up, go underneath though, and see what's connected underneath. I know the emergency brakes are. But after that, we'll disconnect the body and just start seeing what we have to take disconnect as we pick it up. Okay, so underneath, I got the emergency brake cable. That's gonna go through along the side of the frame, and it comes out right there. I already lubed it up with some WD-40. Hopefully I can get that loose. There's a bracket inside holding it on to the frame. I'm going to try to get that loose. Man, there's a lot of rust underneath here. Look at this. The mount for the shock isn't even there. Same on this side. That shock's not even on there. It's gonna need some frame repair for sure. A lot of these mounts aren't that good. We'll have to replace though. Sure, I can make all these pieces. This one's a little bad. This ain't no better either. It's gonna be a lot of fab work putting this frame back together. Hey, the front's not so bad. The back, it's toast. This frame rail here is gonna need a piece from the bend all the way to the back where the leaf spring goes in. Not much hole in the body. This side here is up a little bit with cushions, but this side over here, the driver's side, that thing's laying on the frame. Those things are gone. So we'll have to build new supports for the Jetta body anyway, so it's not a big deal. We'll figure out what to do and how to do it from there. For now, we're gonna get those emergency brakes apart. Take what bolts are holding something off. Looks like there's 8 bolts probably holding the frame on. I bet you only 4 of them are actually holding something. And then we'll try to pick this body up and see what's connected. Okay, so of the 8 bolts on the bottom to hold the body on, 2 came out. A couple are frozen in, the rest are just rusted away. So what we gotta do now is disconnect the shifter, and put the tires back on. And then we'll start picking it up and see what we got. Okay, we got the shifters apart. Basically, it was the handle, and below that was a lock to keep the handle from spinning. The boot itself came out with half a dozen or so 8mm bolts around the edge. Now there's a plate here. We're gonna take that off. That's got Phillips screwdriver, Phillips on it. So we're gonna get to that. Okay, so we've got it up about 8 inches or so. There's a few lines still connected. The exhaust is connected. I think everything else looks free. So we're gonna get these lines disconnected. This one's just a clip, so that's an easier one. Not sure where it's going. Goes to the rear end. Okay, so we'll put the clip back. Maybe not. Put that there. It runs around. Inside here. I don't know why they went there, but whatever. Okay, it's got a clip right there. So we're gonna get that loose. It's like a 10 millimeter holding it on. We got that there. And then we got, it looks like maybe a 10 right here. That'll loosen up the emergency brake cables. Drop it down a little bit, then get the exhaust off. And we should be ready to pick this thing up. Now, when I first started picking it up, it got a little back heavy. So, I ran over, grabbed the ratchet strap, we strapped the front down to the left. Now to keep it from flopping back anyway. Well, there she is. Disconnected those fuel lines. The exhaust gave me a fight getting those off, but a little wax and grease remover slips up those hangers pretty well. You can get them right off. Body's up, chassis down. Now we take a real good look at what we got going on. I mean, these things were rotted. Got those loose. The mounts we're gonna replace anyway, so these aren't a big deal. This cross member, it's kind of rotted. I might just build something else, put it in and replace it, maybe a round tube. Here's from a rot hole through there. The back we saw from bottom was rusted. So basically now we're gonna start cleaning this frame up. We're gonna take everything off of it, just put a bare frame. We'll have some videos on taking the engine out, taking the rear end off, the front end, cleaning up this frame, and getting that Jetta body on it. How you guys doing? So today I just sat here, it's like, where do I start? I know what I want all this gone. Where do I start with it? Honestly, this here is just too much of a project to start tonight. Say, you know, nights after work. You only have so much time to get this done, so yeah, we're gonna do something easy. I'm gonna take the fuel tank out. I'm gonna say for tonight, if I can get the fuel tank out, get that disconnected, maybe take the lines out, see if I can get it disconnected up to this far, and see where that leads for now. Okay, so I think we got you set up in a good spot. We're just gonna start. I got straps holding the gas tank on. It's been off before. We had to put a fuel pump in it, but I got it all running earlier. So I'm just gonna take the clips, cut them off. Got a wire right here. We'll disconnect that. Prying off these clamps. That one off. See, each day, small goals. Eventually, you're gonna get it done. Line almost moves, not quite enough to get it off now. So we're gonna give it a wiggle and keep pulling. All right, that's loose, that's loose. Let's take this off here. That's just to make it easier to get it, drop it down out through the frame. So we get the back of this Jeep part this week. Then on the weekend, we can attack the motor. See if we can get that off. Little wiggle, little pulling. There it goes. Okay, these are off. Disconnect this. That's probably it. It's probably gonna be, that's easy. to be a metal plate that goes underneath the gas tank, but this one was rotted right off. So that easy, gas tank is out. I'm gonna run up and disconnect the lines. See if I can get them all out in one piece. Okay, so now we're going to try to take off these. They got little clips on the insides that hold them in. You got to squeeze them together. They can be definitely a challenge. Okay, got my screwdriver. Funny how you can just set it down and don't know what you do with it. Anyway, I'm trying to push these little ears in. See if I can get it to go. Probably one more on the bottom somewhere. There we go. Okay. Let's see. As you can see, it's got these little ears, and they just bite on it and hold it in place. I'll do that to the other side. Okay, e-brake's loose. The fact that this nut's turning and the bolt's not kind of telling me this is probably frozen in there. Okay, so I cut the exhaust off. Say, couldn't do that with one hand. Just took too much to hold trying to hold a Sawzall. So, it's out. Guess we'll put that over here with the rest of the junk parts. Place them anyway. They're kind of thin. I'll show you that after we get the rear end off when we go through what this frame really needs. Because it's going to need a bunch, but what we do, we fix things. Now, oh, that one's loose. Should we get the other side off? fact that it's turning is a good sign. I'll let that turn right up into the frame. Sounds a little crunchy in there, but hopefully it'll come right out. Like I said, I got all new leaf springs. I got a 3-inch lift for it. So we will replace these. These shackles though are in good shape, so if the lift doesn't require different shackles, clean them up, put them back in. There we go. That one's free. Hi guys, so for today, we're going to try to pull the motor out of the frame. It should be pretty easy. You got a couple mounts right here. Mount this side, mount the other side. Pull the tranny out. I'm gonna come along from the back of the tranny up to the front, up to the engine hoist over here, and across. Disconnect the radiator. And see if we get this engine out of here today. Then we're gonna drop the front differential out, get the front end out of this. And then hopefully we can start setting up these. Let's see if I get one out here. Okay. I built this a little screw jig. I'm gonna have a plate that mounts on top. It's gonna mount over here. Gonna mount it right where this would be. I'm on all 4 sides, and they're adjustable so I can get the height exactly where I want it. Then once that's done, I'll just a piece of cardboard here as a template. I'm gonna make a rear frame section, and I'll be able to jig it exactly where this one is so I know it'll be right. And we replace some of this rust back here with some good metal. So let's get after it. Okay, so it's next day. Motor on the ground with the transmission. Everything's there. Next thing we're gonna hit up is the suspension. Got the mount back here and up front here. Gotta take the steering arms out. Then we should be down to pretty much our bare frame. Okay, so everything's loose. The rear end's on the front end's on the ground. The back bolts right here are frozen solid, so I'll have to cut them. I'm gonna cut the leaf springs first, then I'm gonna cut the bolts out and get that all out of there. And we're gonna start cleaning this thing up and getting ready to build a new frame. Okay guys, so we got the frame down and off to the lift. Got it set up on some cinder blocks for now. We're gonna make our jig setup. And then we're going to clean up the rest of this frame, get everything all nice and cleaned up. Take off the stuff we don't want. I'm going to cut the frame probably right about there off from there back and replace it. I'm going to build a new frame for it. And we replace all this rust. So stay tuned to the next one, and we're going to get started on this thing and see where we can go with it. Thanks again for watching. Hit that like, subscribe, share, hit notifications, leave me a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. And we'll see you again on the next one. Thank you.